Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine a world without design. No typography that speaks. No colors that feel. No posters that captivate. No identities that leave a mark. A silent world. Without intention. Without impact. Now. Open your eyes. You are here. Here, where every line, every space, every contrast carries a message. Where design is more than just a beautiful layout, it's a visual language. Welcome to this masterclass. A moment out of time. Created for you, young creative, who wants to understand, grow, and master. You won't find any magic shortcut here. But you will find strong foundations. Essential principles. Tools you can actually apply. We'll talk about typography, alignment, contrast, composition, style, and most importantly, vision. This isn't a school lesson. It's a mirror. So you can see your work differently. And understand, what you create has power. The power to inform, to sell, to shock, to move, to inspire. So if you're ready to open your mind, sharpen your eye, and turn your design into a powerful language. Let's begin. Part 1. Typography. Typography is more than just picking a nice font. It's the silent soul of a design. It speaks, even when there are no images. Understanding typography means learning to guide the eye, to evoke emotion, and to express identity. Let's start with the main font families. There are 3 major types. Serif fonts, with small strokes at the ends of letters. They feel traditional, trustworthy, almost academic. Like Times New Roman or Georgia. You'll often see them in newspapers or official websites. Sans serif fonts have no strokes. They're modern, clean, and easy to read. Think Helvetica, Montserrat, or Poppins. Google and Airbnb use them for clarity and simplicity. And then there are display fonts. Decorative, expressive, but to be used carefully. Perfect for headlines, not for body text. Like the Coca-Cola font, iconic, but hard to read in paragraphs. Now, let's talk about typographic hierarchy. It helps structure your content visually. A good layout tells the reader where to start, what to focus on, and when to stop. Usually, 3 levels are enough: title, big and bold; subtitle, more subtle; body text, small, but readable. One common beginner mistake, using too many fonts. Stick to 2, maybe 3, well combined. Here's a good combo: Playfair display for titles, and Open Sans for the rest. Also pay attention to line spacing and letter spacing. Too tight? It feels cramped. Too loose? It loses impact. Test and adjust. And finally, match the brand's personality. A luxury brand uses thin, elegant fonts. A kid's brand goes for rounded, playful ones, like Comic New. Now imagine Apple using a Western-style font. It would ruin their identity. Part 2. Alignment and grid. Alignment is often underestimated. Yet, it's what gives design that feeling of precision, professionalism, order. Good alignment is like a well-paved street: everything flows, nothing distracts. Let's start with grids. A grid is an invisible structure that guides your content. It's made of columns, margins, and guidelines. Even top magazines and websites, like the New York Times or Apple, use strict grids. Why? Because they create visual consistency. Want to design a poster? Use a 3-column grid. Designing for Instagram? Center your content or align it to the left. But always keep a clear logic. Now let's talk about horizontal and vertical alignment. Centered alignment is great for titles or quotes. It feels solemn, Balanced. Left alignment is best for long texts. Why? Because our eyes read from left to right in Latin languages. Avoid full justification unless you control word spacing. It can create visual holes called rivers in typography. A concrete example, look at a hotel brochure. When everything aligns to the left with consistent margins, it instantly feels professional. On the other hand, if blocks are placed randomly, the eye gets lost and trust is broken. Another key point, alignment between elements. A logo, a button, a text block, they should all follow an invisible line. Even a 1-pixel shift can feel off to the human eye. Try this. Activate the grid in your software, Inkscape, Figma, Canva. Check if your element snaps to the structure. If not, adjust them. Finally, alignment creates rhythm. It allows the eye to move without stress. Like listening to music with a steady beat. Everything flows. Nothing shocks. Remember, a misaligned design, even with beautiful colors and fonts, will feel amateur. So set your guides and let the grid become your best friend.
That's a wrap for part 1 of our design masterclass. We just covered the basics of typography and alignment, key tools for clean, pro designs. Coming up next. Part 2, we dive into color theory and how to use it right. After that, we'll break down images, illustrations, and more essentials. So don't forget, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, and stay tuned for more tips. Thanks for watching. See you in part 2.